All right, welcome. We're about to dive into some really fascinating research on how an ancient art form might just be the secret weapon for helping kids thrive in our crazy modern world. Seriously, we're talking about a powerful tool for building focus, resilience, and even intelligence. Okay, so you know the feeling, right? The one on the left. Your brain has a million tabs open, notifications are flying in. That's the daily reality for our kids. But what if the answer isn't more stimulation, but something completely different? An approach that's all about deep concentration and a slow, steady payout. So that brings us to the big problem we're facing today. In a world of non-stop digital noise, how on earth do we help our kids learn to just focus? You know, all the research points to this one thing. Our world screams for quick rewards and constant stimulation. But what kids really need is to develop the skill to sit with one hard thing and see it through. It's not about multitasking anymore, it's about having the superpower of single-tasking. So, what can we do? Well, the evidence points to this amazing ancient solution: Indian Raga music. Now, if you're not familiar, a raga is basically a melodic framework in Indian classical music. It's built on incredible discipline and really, really deep listening.
And I love this quote because it reframes the whole idea of music. We're not just talking about a nice art form, we're talking about a direct response to our modern chaotic lives. It's about using music's principles to actually train the mind.
See, learning raga isn't a passive thing. It's this active, holistic discipline. With all its intricate melodies and complex rhythms, it literally builds the cognitive muscles you need for stuff like math and reading. It trains the brain to find its center and stay there.
And this isn't just some abstract idea, right? These benefits actually show up where it counts, in academics, especially when it comes to math and language. Let's take a look at the research.
And honestly, the data is pretty mind-blowing. A study back in 2021 found a direct link between Carnatic music, which is a major form of Indian classical music, and better math skills in kids as young as 5. Then, just last year, more research showed it can boost phonemic awareness. That's a huge building block for learning to read. So we're not just talking about kids feeling smarter in some vague way. No, this is about real, measurable improvements in the fundamental skills their brains use every day, from spatial reasoning for math problems to better processing for language.
And get this, one study found that students who just listened to Indian classical music for 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, before studying did better on memory and attention tests. That's all it took to see a noticeable difference.
Okay, but it gets even better. The benefits go way beyond just good grades. They actually help shape something much deeper: a child's whole attitude about learning.
You've probably heard of this, right? The growth mindset? It's a total game changer in education. And it turns out, the way you learn raga music is this powerful, natural way to build it. It teaches you that hard work, not just being born with it, is how you get good at something.
And the structure of learning raga, with its huge emphasis on what they call Ragas, which is this kind of deep, disciplined practice, it just naturally teaches you to add that one little word: yet. Every challenge stops being a wall and starts being just another step on the path.
So the music itself, its very nature, encourages all the things we want our kids to have. It's all about experimenting, taking risks, and bouncing back when you make a mistake. That's how you build real curiosity and resilience.
All right, now for what I think is the most profound part of all this. We're not just talking about changing how you think, we're talking about physically upgrading the brain itself.
It all comes down to something called brain plasticity. You know, the brain's amazing ability to rewire itself based on what you do and experience. And it looks like deep musical training gives it a huge, lasting boost, making the brain way more flexible and adaptable.
And here's the proof. This is the hard data. Researchers actually looked at people's brains and found that musicians' brains adapted way faster to new sounds and information. And the crazy part? This was happening even when they weren't trying to pay attention. Their brains were just better at learning.
I absolutely love this analogy. It's so perfect. It's like a workout for your brain. And the benefits don't just stop when the music lesson is over. You get this afterburn effect, a permanent upgrade in how your brain works that you carry with you into everything you do.
So when you put it all together, sharpening focus, boosting grades, building that I can do it mindset, and literally rewiring the brain, it really makes you think, doesn't it? Maybe it's time we stop thinking of music as just an extra and start seeing it for what it is: essential training for life.